These are your latest Sport 365 headlines. The All Whites marched out onto the Shanghai Stadium this morning without the experienced defender Ryan Nelson in their ranks as they took on China in an international friendly. On the half-hour mark, the Chinese seemed to find the hole where Nelson is normally found.
Near post they go, and they've scored. Well, it's squeezed between Mark Paston and the player on the near post. It's the number 4, Zhao.
The Kiwis, though, took the fight to the Chinese and were rewarded just before the break when they earned a free kick from just outside the penalty area.
And the ball is played and the goal is scored. So Chris Wood has equalised for New Zealand. The goalkeeper came. He was nowhere near the big Kiwi centre forward.
The visitors had their tails up and Marco Rojas went close to giving the All Whites the lead just a minute later.
3 in the penalty area. 1 at the far post as well. Rojas! Oh, saved by Wood.
Into the second spell, and not for the first time, keeper Mark Paston was called on to keep the All Whites in the game.
Driven back in again by China. Oh, what a save, Mark Paston! What a save from Paston.
The All Whites hanging on to draw the match 1-1. Their next outing is a World Cup qualifier against New Caledonia in March. Meanwhile, in a friendly being played in Krasnodar in Russia, the home side took an early lead against the United States.
The US caught out down that side, and he's marked his debut with a goal.
It took till the 76th minute for the Americans to get back into the game. Michael Bradley with a rocket.
Picked up by Agudelo, and Bradley has scored! What a hit! Michael Bradley in off the post, and the USA improbably are level.
The game, though, turned in Russia's favour when US defender Clarence Goodson clumsily brought down Artem Zuba. Roman Shirokov stepping up to slot the penalty past keeper Tim Howard. But the Americans weren't done and threw everyone up front to try and grab an equaliser.
Here's a chance for Discaroon, and yes! Goodness me! The Americans have rescued it deep into stoppage time.
Meanwhile, in Parma, Italy were hosting France, and the home side were first on the board.
Goal side here, El Shaarawy is in and finishes. What a season this man is having.
But just a minute later, the French were back level thanks to a fine solo effort.
Wriggled away from 2. Silva Buena, and what an equaliser. Well, if the Italians was a team goal of beauty, that is an individual effort of the highest order.
Into the second spell, and France took the lead thanks to substitute buffer Timby Gomez.
Evra and Gomez from the closest of close ranges. What an impact from the substitute.
2-1 the final score to France over Italy. And in other games this morning, Sweden beat England 4-2. Scotland beat Luxembourg 2-1, while the Netherlands and Germany drew 0-0. Ahead of Sunday morning's second test of the European Tour against Italy, Rome's rugby fans were out in force to see the All Blacks training. However, there was bad news on the injury front for the squad, with Tamati Ellison and Ben Smith returning from hospital with their future on tour in real doubt.
Tamity's there's a ligament damage on the side of the toe. Ben Smith has got a small fracture in his cheek.
Both are out of this weekend's test, and that leaves the squad desperately short of midfield cover.
Tamity's is a little bit unclear about how quickly it's going to settle down, and Ben is the type of injury that it is possible to play with, but we just want to make sure we get people who give us the right opinion on that.
One man missing from the sightseeing trips was Adam Thompson, who was facing the judiciary panel in London this morning after being cited for raking the head of Scottish lock Alistair Strokosch. Thompson was handed a 1-week ban and will be available for the All Blacks against Wales on November 24th or England a week later. And those are your latest Sport 365 headlines.